Hey, what's up, guys? Vegas Dave back. We are back on kind of the low roller strategy, if you will. Our current balance is 169. Good morning. Oh, we got a little win. Oh, tie. Whatever. That's a win. Tie's a win. So what we're playing here, we're on hand 29. Simple goal, right? Low roller strategy, playing the chop system, trying to make some bank, building up the bankroll, I should say. Shit, I just missed that. So, I'm gonna scoot the screen over for a second. Bear with me. There we go. All right. What's up, guys? Good morning, evening, afternoon, depending on where you guys are at. We are, in case you guys don't know what's going on, we're playing a low roller strategy this week. For those that really can't play the $50 or the $25 hands, we're jumping into Baccarat. This is the easiest way to make $100 to $200 a day. In some instances, depending on where you're at, you can make $500. Which is what we do in one of the other accounts that we play on. All right, so we're playing the chop. Basically what that means is that banker just occurred, so we are going to go player. It's pretty cool, man. I reached out to a few of the to some of the YouTubers and see if we could do some kind of challenge together. I thought that would be fun. Kind of live challenge between maybe Roulette and Baccarat or... Oh, okay. So now it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3. We're gonna stay on player, right? We're gonna go to 2 on this one. Yeah, man. So I'm sure those guys are a little bit bigger than me, of course, with regards to their subscriber count. But I thought it would be fun to kind of maybe do a live challenge together, right? Like Lunch Money Mo, Roulette Master, a couple of other people that I reached out to. I don't know. Hopefully they'll respond. If not, that's cool too. But it would be cool because basically I thought what we could do is like maybe a $500 challenge. Not that I want to shave my head or anything, but some kind of if you don't win or something like that. All right, so now we got 3 bankers in a row, which that's great, and we are gonna jump on the thread, bro. We believe, right, that we're gonna get 4 in a row here because typically. Not always, right? Not always, but you'll get into a streak when it comes to playing Baccarat. And for those of you who are like, hey, what the hell is this game? Baccarat's probably, in my opinion, the best game in the casino. And the reason behind that is that it's the best odds that you're going to have. It's 50-50, right? Oh, that's a nice 7. It's 50-50 for the most part. And what I mean by 50-50 is that only 1 or 2 outcomes can occur. Technically, there's 3, but allow me to explain. Either the player's going to win or the banker's going to win. That's how you win and lose money. The tie is exactly what it sounds like. It's a tie and you get your money back. Right. So in this example, we're not necessarily playing the chop anymore because, again, we got those 3 losses in a row, so we went with the winner. There's an opportunity occurring right here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bankers in a row. In most cases, you would just ride this streak until it stops. Which is, there you go again, beautiful, right? Like this is a perfect example of a streak playing. And you wouldn't stop. I know what you're thinking. The natural thing that's happening in your mind right now is there's no way another banker can come up. There's just no way. And here's what happens when you do that. You start betting the opposite. And this could be all players as well, but you start betting the opposite, and I'll be damned, dude, it goes another 5 more times. Or you get a tie, and then it starts kind of doing that system again. Banker, and you're just getting hammered. So it's important. The reason I'm bringing that up, important to recognize you see what I'm saying? Banker. Beautiful, right? But that also means that we've got a really nice opportunity coming up for player. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's play player just for $1. I'm not getting too crazy here. And the theory behind this is that the next 8 hands, I think it's called the punch. The next 8 hands, player is going to come up. Now, does it have to? Absolutely not. It could tie and do a whole shit ton of bankers again, right? I mean, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. But the probability is kind of in your favor a little bit in this one. And look, we may get another banker, and that's great. This just shows the power of look, the streak is beautiful. I mean, man, making big bank on this, right? So we're going to try this one more time. We're just going to dip our toes in. Remember, we're playing the low roller strategy. We're not going to get too aggressive right away. We want to maintain, you know, again, I don't recommend stepping in front of these like I'm doing right now. But I wanted to illustrate the point that we've got a nice opportunity coming up for player. Now, that doesn't mean that banker can't come 6 more times, right? Like, dude, their banker's probably going to win again. Oh, this is beautiful. If you're betting banker, right? No, that's okay. This is just a great illustration of what I was talking about. It can keep going, man. It does not have to go to player. But because we've rolled so many in a row, we're gonna bet 2, and this will be our final bet on player until. And this is what I mean by that. If we don't win this hand, which is totally fine, we took a shot at it, right? We're gonna sit back, wait till the board kind of gets back into something that we're comfortable with, and then we'll play it out. And that, my friend, is the discipline that you need to play this game, or any game for that matter. Oh. Okay, so we won that one. That was a nice run, though, if you were bet stacking, which I should have been doing, which would have been a beautiful, beautiful thing. But see, look, we're at 170. We saved ourselves. Like, you could have really gotten yourself in trouble on that bet. So I believe. Oh shit. Okay. Because there's been so many bankers, we would expect that a couple of players should start popping up. So in this example, and I apologize, I didn't get my bet in. We should have bet player, or I would have bet player. Whether we want, and there you go, it's 8. That's not always going to be like that, but okay, there we go. So not bad, right? Pretty cool. 2 players in a row. We see a ton of bankers. So here's what we're going to do. You know what, guys? There's 2 ways to play this. Here's what we're going to do, and here's why. We haven't had 3 losses in a row, right? So we're kind of in that process of a player streak occurring. The reason that I'm doing this looks starting to turn into a lot of a drop board, and here's what I mean by that. You can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Those aren't that far, but then we got this nice long drop here with banker. So it would lead to expect it's not always going to happen this way, but you would expect that some players, at least in the next 8 hands, are going to pop up, and that did well because we won on that one as well. The reason I'm bringing this up is I just want you to. I'm just explaining like why I'm betting a certain way, so that you can do it, right? And again, I know it's a little late in the video for this, but if you don't know what Baccarat is, dude, I think it's best game in the casino, as I mentioned earlier. We got caught up playing. But the reality of it is it's a pretty easy game. It's the first to 9, and you don't even have to count, dude. They're going to tell you down here. Whoever's the closest to 9 wins. It doesn't matter what the cards are, right? Who cares? But just so your own knowledge, all face cards are 10, right? And then all larger, like 10, or like 10, Jack, Queen, King, they're all 10s. Ace is 1. And the way you do it, what are we doing here? Let me go back to player. And it's essentially the closest to 9. So you take whatever it is that just popped up, 17, and you drop the 1, you got 7. If it's 19, you drop the 1, you got 9, and you win the game, right? 4 and 4 is 8. Obviously, you don't even. But that is like a really good hand, obviously, in this hand, because you win. It's the closest to 9. They call that a natural 8. There we go. So you get it. Now I moved back to the chop. You can see, as we were kind of playing back and forward. I'm gonna go back to banker on this one. Oh, let me turn this up, man. We didn't get. I wanted to hear that the wind, the chips coming in. I like that noise. It's the winning noise. Man, I tell you, I might jump over. Well, I want to jump over to the other casino and play speed Baccarat because it's a little faster. But dude, it is so fast that it's difficult to keep up. So on that one, it went player. That's okay. We're just gonna go back to banker, and we're gonna do 2 on banker because we're playing the chop still. What's happening here? Talk to me, Goose. Who is outside? 2. There we go. Natural 8, baby. We'll take it. See, playing the chop, playing the chop. Now, there is a strategy that I used to play quite often, and that was the follow the leader. Dude, I used to get hammered on that strategy. Now, there are times to follow the leader, like this bad boy right here, right? This snake of awesomeness. What should have done? Oh, that would just get you sometimes when you're like, you see those, and you're like, I didn't capitalize. You know, the third loss, 1, 2, 3, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 wins you could have done. And if we were doubling each bet, and not necessarily doubling, but like adding a unit where you, like, if you win a unit, you bet whatever you win, bet stacking or pressing if you're playing craps. Oh, okay, a little banker action there. That's 2 bankers in a row. We're gonna go back to our same bet. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Is that a meeting I'm supposed to be at? Oh, shit. Meeting with the masterminds of how to gamble more. Give me that win. Give me that win. There we go. Now, look, man, you got to get excited sometimes. It's $4. It's not that much, but, dude, over the period of the day, if you're playing all day, you're racking up some cash, man. And you're doing it from, like, dude, we're at home chilling right now. Now, you can, where are we at? 46. Okay. So anything beyond 46 to 47 hands on this particular site, I stop playing, mainly because I don't want to get into a situation where I'm kind of in the middle of a bet sequence and the shoe end. Now, if you're on some other sites like Toshi, and Stake, I think theirs is like 71 hands. So you get another like 20-something hands, which, anyway, my point being is I'm always a little cautious when playing the end of the shoe. There we go. Look, man, we're not building Rome here, right? But we're getting there. So we're on hand 47. All right, I'm gonna play. You know, I say this, and then the last hand that I went through. This is weird. Maybe this is just how the deck's cut. I'm sure. I played 3 hands recently, or 3 shoes, I should say, recently. One was like 41. I was like, what the hell? And then one was like 60, which I've never. I don't know that I've never seen it, but oh, come on, man, give me a bigger one. Oh, all right, well, all right. So hand 47. I shouldn't be playing. I don't typically play this way, but I gotta bet one more because I'm a degenerate. All right, hand 48. We'll let this play out, win or lose. We're playing the chop. We've got 3 bankers in a row. I say I'm not gonna do it, but you know, we're playing the strategy. 7. That's a good one for us. Hard to beat, but beatable, but hard to beat. There we go. Nice. We'll take that. Oh, we're getting low on the deck. You know, I don't like playing this way. I'm going to shut up about that. All right, bet, man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause for a minute, and we are going to let this shoe in and then get a new shoe, and then we'll jump back in. We're going to play for 30 minutes today, just like always. 30 minutes, profit, loss, whatever that is, that's what we're sticking, or 30-minute sessions, I should say. Back, guys. We're back. So far, we've got 3 bankers in a row. We haven't played yet. Here, let me move myself out of the way here. All right. So we have not bet yet. And here's what I'm thinking here. So technically, that one was a tie, but in reality, we've had 3 bankers in a row, right? So it would lead you to believe to bet banker in this situation. But let's see. Maybe the chop's going to happen again, and, you know, we'll see. There you go. So player. So that's good that broke up because you're playing the chop, right? All right. So I have a feeling. I don't know if having a feeling is how you should play. You probably not. Just play what you play, man. All right, here we go. So we're going to play another 15 minutes or pretty close to that. I got lunch with my son today. I'm going to go head out with him. Oh, but playa. You know, it's funny. When I originally saw that, I was like, Hold on, let me get this bet in real quick. About that again. When I originally saw like the 3 bankers in a row, my first thought was, hey, you know what? Typically, you'll see a double player here, and you should probably bet player just because there's been 3 in a row. You kind of want to see it choppy, at least for this particular strategy. But you know what? Hey, a lot of these skills, and this is really important, is that it kind of comes down to your decisions, right? You can have the flawless strategy in the world, but if you don't play it right, a lot of it that's where the skill in this game comes in. Which strategy to use, when to use it, how to maintain your bankroll. Because at the end of the day, the cards are shuffled and they're going to come out the way they're going to come out. Like that's just how it's going to happen. Okay, so we're moving it again. We're playing player again. We're going back. Later today, I want to jump on the other side and play a little bigger hands. Although I will say that's scary, man. Even with $4,000 on there, dude, we got to like a $500 hand the other day, right? We won 1,000, but dude, what if we lost that? The next bet of that's $1,000, dude. That's a lot. Oh, nice. 175. Okay, we started with 100. Started with 100. Got down a little bit on that actually, right? I think we were at like 75 at one point. And it's because I was playing other shit. Which I love playing, man, but I got caught up playing like, roulette, and which I love roulette, don't get me wrong, it's my favorite game. Outside of Baccarat. I think it's funny, I play roulette for super fun and I play Baccarat to make money. I mean, you can make money on Baccarat, but holy crap, dude. So one thing I'm not doing, and I should be. So let's talk a little bit about this. This goes back to the skill of the game. So we should be bet stacking here, right? So we're doing fairly well on our win ratio, which, if you're betting appropriately, the win ratio is minimal. 4-4. But like if we win, I should bet that money that we win and try to push it. It's a good win right there, right? So we're at 77. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bet 2 on banker. And here's what we're going to do. So we bet $1. We won or let's just say we bet a unit. We won a unit. And now for the next bet, we're going to bet 2 units. My original unit plus the unit that we won. So if we win this, excellent. It's just kind of like more buck for the bang, if you will. If we lose, that's okay too. We're still our original bet of the $1, right? 6 is a good hand. Oh, it's a tie. Oh, interesting. So I have 2 schools of thoughts on ties. But my main one is going to always remain the same. I'm going to sit this one out. It probably has no bearing whatsoever, but it just, for me, I feel like it's a break in the pattern, even though most Baccarat players will tell you that it isn't. Dude, I don't know. I'm coming to think, like I said, the cards are the cards, right? And the skill comes into what are you playing. Unlike poker, for example, you're playing the player, so the cards, in some regard, matter, but in some cases they don't. In this example, the cards matter. What you're playing is the strategy. So look, we got 2. I'm gonna go banker because that's what we do, right? We're playing against the we're playing the chop rather. Okay. So not too bad. The goal obviously is to get to the goal is to get to like 10,000, 10 million. Let's get rich, right? Like, why not? Why can't you take 100 if you play slow? Which again, it's not fast. Now I've got a buddy of mine, Travis, and he plays blackjack, but dude, he plays high limit fast. So he's either winning or he's losing really fast. Okay, so here's what we have here. Let's talk about this. It almost appears as if we've got 3 players in a row. Now the tie, again, that kind of messes with this a little bit. So let's just say expectation. In our chop pattern, we would have bet banker. I didn't bet it because I'm a pussy. But it may not happen, but That's a good one. Banker wins that one. Okay. Okay. So we're kind of back to the chop in that situation. And it's okay to sit out. Sometimes I know we get frustrated, me included, right? You're like, man, I should have bet that. But dude, especially if you're betting dollars, like it's just a dollar. Or it's a unit, dude. Let's say you're betting $25. Like I play the same whether I'm betting $100 chips or dollar chips. You know, that's the same. I play exactly the same, which you should as well. 6-5. I have noticed though when playing this way recently that my anxiety level's not really that high anymore. This is the way we play. You sit out if I've lost too many in a row. I think that's important. So look, we're gonna bet two. We're gonna bet stack on this one, right? Because our original bet was $1. We won $1. Let's bet $2. So we're essentially betting $1 to win 4, which is 1 to 3, right? Not bad, not bad. 1 unit to 3 units, and dude, it gets higher. I've seen myself included, but I don't get too risky. But I see a lot of players sometimes, dude. They'll stack it up. Meaning, like, they'll just keep stacking, like, to where their original bet is like $1, but they end up winning like 50. So that's a 50 to 1. That's awesome. And that worked in our favor, right? So, dude, let's stick back to, we're going to go back to player, but I'm going to go down $1 because I want to, technically in that you should have bet $2, or 2 units, I should say. And you're still up a unit. So, in that kind of way, you're kind of playing with the casino money to a certain degree. It's all your money, but you know what I mean. Okay. A little trickarooski here on me. Banker. All right, we're gonna go back to player. All right, let's stick with our guns. We're not getting too aggressive here. Now I know what you're thinking, James. Fuck that, man. Double that up. Get more. But then before you realize it, if you're betting in a doubling strategy, which I'm doing right now. Like before you know it, you're betting $100 to win 1. So you just gotta be it's if you want to grind it out, like this is probably the method to do. Not probably. This is the method to do. You want to go balls to the wall? There's some other strategies that I could teach you, but in that situation, there we go. See, we're grinding it out, baby, grinding it out. And the key about this as well is that, dude, the strategy's working, right? Like we're playing. So one of the questions comes up is, well, at what point do you start bet stacking, right? Like you can start right away. So for example, let's say you started with 100 like I did. We're up 78. I mean, you could be bet stacking all along this. We've only been playing 30-minute sessions though, as I mentioned. It's a decent hand. 7's hard to beat. It can be beat, but it's a nice one to have. So you'll see, like, I don't know, go ahead and count back. We haven't really gone up too high in bet size, and we're just kind of, making our way, right? We're 6 cents away, or 8 cents away. Ooh, lucky 8. Come on, baby, give me that 8 per player. Let's push it. And then with 180, not bad. We're not ending. We're still playing. I'm just generally speaking. 5. Ooh. Okay, give me that 4. Give me a 4. Okay, that's all right. 4 would have been cool. Pushed it at 9. We would have won. So we got 2 bankers in a row, right? We're going to stick with our bet. We are going to do 2 on this one, though. Because, because it's time. Oh, but man, I tell you, back to that speed Baccarat, man, I tried to play that the other day, dude. I guess if you just kind of got to get used to it, but you got to like really know where to bet, because by the time you're looking at the board, like it's already moving on to the next hand, and you're like, shit. Nice, take that win. Does that push us to 80? Come on, baby, let's go. Slow roll and win, baby, slow roll and win. All right, going back to bank. Playing the chop. We're just slow rolling, baby. I mean, look, you're watching me do it live. This is real money. We're playing a very sound strategy, in my opinion. I like that 180.92. That looks good. We'll play a couple more hands. Ooh, give me a 10. Remember, 7's hard to beat unless you get a 4. All right, that would have been nice. All right, so we're going to stay here. And we're going to, ooh. Technically, we don't have to double this bet. Right? So this isn't the martingale where you're doubling every single bet. I mean, there's the D Lambert. There's so many different things you could do betting strategy-wise. Sometimes I apologize. I don't talk about it that much. The Fibonacci is one. I know you hear me say that all the time. Oh, that was a pretty. You gotta love a natural 9. Okay, so look what we got here. 3 in a row. Now we're gonna bet 2 on player because we have a high probability that player is gonna happen, right? Doesn't have to, but we're looking for that. Now I did notice something here. Probably a little late. But remember I mentioned this in the last video where we're talking about 3 drops and then a chop. The 3-drop chop is what I called it. Come on, 5. Oh, the 3 chop drop. There it was, guys. There it was. So that, we got to pay attention to that. And here's why that is so important. I'm going to sit this one out for a second because the next bet's 4. We got 3 drops and a chop. 3 drops and a chop. 3 drops and a chop. So in this example, we would not want to follow the leader anymore on this shoe. Unless some kind of pattern reemerges, but oh, that was nice. That was cool. That pattern, we're kind of back to the player, banker, you know? Okay. Oh, not there. Okay. So we're betting 4 on the chop. That's again, we're sticking to our guns. That's our play. Another thing that I remember doing, you know, just kind of not remember doing, but just kind of having some gambling flashbacks here. Sometimes you think, oh, damn, it's a tie. Okay. Sometimes you just feel like, man, there's no way that can happen, and then it just happens, and you're like, well, shit. Right? So that was a tie. You know my strategy, right? I'm going to sit out this tie. Theoretically, if we're sticking to our plan, banker should occur. Interesting. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, okay. There you have it. So the chop is still in effect. What was our bet? 4? Okay. All right, betting on 4. Hey, there we go. All right, so we won there, and that puts us back to 180. Hey, not bad for a little session. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. I love watching you guys. I love you guys being here. Thank you very much for watching. Vegas J out, and I'll see you later.